Hey, and welcome back to day 14 out of 50 good questions to ask the tarot cards. Today we have another question about money and abundance. And today's question is, what skills do I possess that I'm currently not using? As always, please pull for yourself if you're a tarot reader and let me know what you get down below. I am really interested to see what your interpretation is for yourself. But if you'd like a more personalized reading, please schedule it in with me. All that information is going to be down in the description below. And nothing else to add today, so let's get started. What skills do you possess that you are currently not using? Because more likely than not, you are underestimating yourself, because that's just how our brains work for the sake of survival. We don't know what we are worthy of until we are met with a situation where we must experience something that is going to prove our worth. And here we have the 10 of Wands. What skills do you possess that you're currently not using is the ability to say no, because you are trying to overwork yourself right now. You are leading yourself to burnout, and yes, potentially hard work can lead you to abundance that you are striving for. It can lead you to getting the things that you want, because that's what you've been taught in a capitalistic mindset, that if you work hard, you're going to make a lot of money. If you make a lot of money, you're going to be happy, etc., etc., etc. But in all reality, deep down, you know that you don't have to work hard to get the things that you want, because the more that you relax, the more that everything that you are striving for is going to come to you, because you're not going to have to fight it. You're not going to have to overwork yourself and overexert yourself for that lack mentality of, I am not enough. If I do this little much more, I'm going to be enough. I'm going to have enough. I'm going to get exactly what I'm striving for. But we are goal-oriented creatures. The more that we succeed, the more that we are going to want. That is why there's so many issues in the capitalistic mindset for billionaires of not sharing with other people, because once they have a lot, they want more and more and more. And that's why it's so important for you to understand when to say no and when to stop overworking yourself. That is a skill that you have that you do not use, because you really genuinely think that the more that you work, the more you're going to get. But have you ever noticed that in your case specifically, when you stop caring is when things start working out for you? When you stop trying so hard is when things feel like they are finally clicking into place. And for some reason, again, based on the way that you were raised, based on the climate of our economy, you aren't used to that, and you don't actually believe that that is the case. You think that that was just a fluke, but it's not. It's you stepping into your feminine energy, whether you are a man or a woman or non-binary by any means, whatever it is that you associate with. That if you step into your feminine energy, it merely means receiving instead of overworking yourself, instead of fighting battles within yourself, within your job, to get the things that you want, when you just have to step back and be the princess in your life. And again, just stepping into that energy, regardless of what your physical affiliation is. We have the Wheel of Fortune, knowing your own fucking luck. Literally what I just said. The skill that you are not using is your luck. The less that you try, the more things work out for you. The less that you fight it, the more that you surrender to whatever it is that is happening in your life. I'm getting mad for some reason, because you don't know this, because it's happened before, but it's just not clicking for you. It's not clocking to you that the more that you just surrender to your own self, the less that you try to fight so hard against everything that the universe is trying to give you, the easier it's going to be for you to get the things that you are striving for. You need to stop trying so hard. And that is a skill that you have that you just don't use. We have the Ace of Wands, also focusing on your passions, that you've potentially been burnt out because of this overworking, especially with the 10 of Wands falling out. You know that you've been feeling burnt out. You need to bring your spark back, because when you have a spark, when you aren't burnt out from overworking, it's easier for you to get things too, because you feel motivated. Motivation is a big issue for you, that yes, when you have a spark, when you have a flame up your ass, giving you the motivation to do the things that you want to do, you achieve things, because you don't have to try so hard. It's effortless for you. But the more that you say yes to things that aren't meant to be in your life, that are, for you, in your mind, traditionally meant to bring you the success that you're striving for, but in reality don't actually work, because you're wasting your energy on things that aren't worthy of your time, the harder it is for you to find that abundance, the easier it is for you to fall back into lack mentality, fall back into being ungrateful for everything that you have right now, especially yourself and your abilities and your power and your energy and your talents. A lot of talents. You are losing yourself by saying yes to things that you traditionally think are going to get you what you want. But in reality, your skill that you're not using is effortlessness. When you stop trying so hard, you have more energy. When you have energy, you have more ideas. When you have more ideas, you take more risks to get you to where you are actually going to succeed, where you're going to get that abundance, where you're going to get that, I know this is about money, but where you're going to get that relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic, and where you are going to stop feeling burnt out all the time. Step into your freaking feminine energy. Stop fighting so hard. A battle within yourself, within your job, within your relationships. Surrender to what is. And this could also be related to anxiety. Stop trying so hard. The more that you try to fight it, the more that it's going to be here for you because you're hyperfixating on it. So stop hyperfixating on overworking yourself to get the things that you want, when in reality, your effortlessness is not a fluke. It is a skill that gives you energy, that gives you power, and that gets you to where you want to be.